Hey everyone, my name is Raymond Pankern. I'm a certified financial planner here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I have an MBA in financial consulting. I've been in the financial services industry since 2004. Thank you for watching my first video. The goal for these videos is really to provide some form of financial education. In my 14 years of experience, I've been fortunate to gain some wisdom that hopefully will help you. And so as you're watching these videos, I really have two requests of you. The first request would be, if I say anything that you feel would impact you or your family, is there something that if you implement it into your life could make a difference? My request of you is to take action. There is a plethora of information out there. The things I'm talking about today, I'm sure there's a website or some video out there that's doing the same exact thing. Any topic that you want to study, anything that you want to learn about, there's information out there. The challenge that we face is with all this information, we really struggle with taking action. So if there's anything I say that you feel benefits you, my request to you is to take action. The second thing would be, if there's anything I say that you feel would impact a family member or friend. Not everything I'm going to say is going to impact you, but you may have a family member who would benefit from the information I'm providing. My request would be to share this video with them. Also, when I'm done with this video, at the bottom of the link, I'll put an email out there where either somebody from either myself or somebody from my team can be reached. So the first thing I want to share with you is a way to hopefully make you a little more money than what you're making in your bank account. So when it comes to financial planning, one of the first things we want to address is cash reserve. And I just define that as something you use for the rainy day. Rule of thumb typically is 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So let's say in theory you make $3,000 a month. Well, then you should have roughly $18,000 in the bank for the rainy day. Because we all know that the rainy days do happen. You get the flat tire, the refrigerator goes out. If you have kids, you're taking your kids to the doctor. And so there are costs, unforeseen costs that happen. And so if you don't have the funds to do it, then typically you're going to pull it, either use a credit card to pay for that, or you may pull it from savings accounts or investment accounts that are intended for long term. And so again, a cash reserve is what you need to have for the rainy day fund. But really my idea for you today is not talking about cash reserve. It's really rooted in a conversation I had last week with a friend of mine, a client of mine. And so in our conversation, I was asking him to share with me, what do you keep in the bank for the rainy day fund? And he told me, this is what I keep. I said, well, what kind of interest are you making? And he said, right now, let me check. I'm making about 0.10%. And so just to give an example, let's imagine you had $10,000 sitting in the bank and your interest rate was 0.10%. What that equals to you is essentially $10. Okay? So right now, there are plenty of accounts out there, really like online money market accounts that are paying interest rates anywhere from 1.6 to 2% as of today. Now this can change. If you watch this video a year from now, it's a possibility that interest rates will be different. I'm not sure what those will be, but I do know that interest rates do change. But as of right now, let's imagine there's an account out there paying you 1.60%. So what that means to you, $10,000, you end up with $160 in interest earnings. Let me fix this up for you. $160 in interest earnings. So really by just making a change of where your money is held could generate $100, $150, $200. If you're somebody that's fortunate that has a lot of money sitting in the bank, it could be a substantial difference in interest. So at the bottom of this video, I'm going to put a link to a website called bankrate.com, and you can go there and check periodically what kind of interest rates are out there for these accounts. But if your bank is not paying anywhere from 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, it's in your best interest to do this. The money's liquid. You can get it when you need it. And the money typically is an FDIC insured bank. So, and that's important. Make sure that the bank you're choosing is FDIC insured to make sure your money market account is protected. But just by making a shift, so just basically taking the money in one bucket and putting it into another could generate an extra $100, $150, $200 a year in real money in your account just by making one change. Okay, if you like the video, subscribe to this. Also, if you have any suggestions or want to speak to myself or somebody on my team in regards to your financial planning, I'm going to put the email link below. Thanks for watching.